chocolate cheesecake brownies. That's all you really need to have a good day or to repair the bad day that you had. So we're going to make those today. What you need first is half a cup of butter, which is 1 whole stick. Now it's better if you don't melt it completely like I did, but I always forget to leave it out to soften, and then I always microwave it too long. So I have a half a cup of melted butter, and we're going to put that in our mixer bowl. And we're going to add a cup of granulated sugar. We're going to whip these two things together. Lock that in, and we're just going to whip that up. Now again, it will whip better and be fluffier if your butter isn't completely melted, but it doesn't affect the taste that much, so, if at all. So if you forget like me and melt your butter, it's fine. So we whip this up, and then we'll add the rest of our ingredients. So we'll turn our mixer down. We have that whipped. And what we want to add now is 1 egg. Go ahead and pre-whip it before you add it to the butter sugar mixture. We'll dump that in. Eggs are so messy. And then I always add a dollop of sour cream. Just maybe a teaspoon size dollop. It adds not only a little flavor to your chocolate brownie, but it also adds some moisture to it. And it's a binding agent as well. So we add a dollop of sour cream, and then a half of a teaspoon of vanilla. Now you can measure, but I normally guesstimate. Figure if I get a little too much vanilla, it doesn't matter. It tastes good. So then we will mix that up on a low speed. And while that mixes, we will add our dry ingredients together. So you take a half of a cup of all-purpose flour, and you add 1/4 of a cup of cocoa to that. This is 1/8 of a teaspoon baking powder and 1/4 of a teaspoon salt. And we will add that to our dry ingredients. We'll get our spatula and we'll mix our dry ingredients together just a little bit. It helps to incorporate the cocoa into the flour. If you've ever added cocoa to a mixer and turned it on a little too high, you know the importance of incorporating your cocoa. That will end up all over you and your kitchen. We mix it up just a little. We'll turn off our wet ingredient mixture and add our dry ingredients. Now actual bakers, people who are good at it, like to add their dry ingredients a little at a time, but I'm usually in a hurry, so I just dump it all in. Figure it mixes up the same. Good enough for me anyway. Now you can use a boxed brownie mix. It absolutely tastes great, and you can do that. But this is a homemade brownie mix made from the Hershey's recipe book. I love that chocolate brownie recipe. It's actually one called the chocolate cream cheese brownie. Now all the recipes that I typically find have the cream cheese mixed into the chocolate. But I like to swirl my cream cheese into it because I like to have a bite of a real tart cheesecake flavor along with that really sweet chocolate brownie. So when this gets mixed up, we'll put this on our pan. So we're going to add this to our pan now. So forgive the look of my pan. All of my dishes and all of my cookware are well used. We're going to spray some pan spray in the bottom of that, or any cooking spray that you have, and put our chocolate brownie mixture, scrape it off the sides. I like to get every bit of that chocolate in there. And this recipe just makes one of these smaller size pans. I actually, not sure, maybe a 7x9 pan is what this is. But you can double your recipe and make a 9x13. Now it looks like it's not going to spread, but it will. Because as you know, baked goods will puff up and be thicker as they bake. So you spread that out as evenly as you can get it. And now in this bowl, I have my cream cheese ready. This is an 8-ounce package of cream cheese. And again, I never leave it out to soften. So I microwave this for maybe about a minute and a half. And I get it nice and soft. And I just whip it by hand. And then I add about a tablespoon of lemon juice to that. Because if you've ever made an actual cheesecake, you do add lemon juice to that mixture as well. It adds a nice flavor. And again, it makes it just a little more tart. Now, some people will add sugar to their cream cheese mixture, but I like to have the tart flavor against the chocolate flavor, so I never add any more sugar to my cream cheese. So you just dollop that on there. And then I'm going to use just a regular butter knife to spread the cream cheese into the chocolate. As you do this, you want to try not to touch the bottom of your pan because it will make your brownies stick. So sometimes I do, by accident of course, but it happens. You just keep spreading and incorporating it till it has a marbled appearance. So it's ready to go in our oven. You want to preheat your oven to 350 before you begin mixing up your brownies. And now we will put this in there and we will bake these for about 25 to 30 minutes at 350. Okay, our timer went off, so we're going to pull our brownies out of the oven. See how marbled they are? They smell wonderful. So I'll take my little handy dandy cutter. Normally, you should let these rest a minute on a wire rack so that the air circulates underneath and allows them to cool properly. But I want to bite so badly, I'm going to go ahead and cut them. And then I'll take my little tiny spatula here, grab a dish so you can see how yummy they look. So that is a cheesecake brownie. It is going to be super hot. But delicious.